Delighted.
How has AI kind of contributed and changed the conversation at Nielsen, and how you collate your ratings as well as consumer behavior?
AI is fundamentally changing the way we do our business. So we have two core businesses. One is to be the single source of truth on media, and the AI models are bringing in so much more data to enable us to understand everything a consumer is watching or engaging in on any screen, and whether they're publishing or receiving media. So it's given us a much more robust view, and it's more predictive of what they'll watch in the future. So it's helping people create and program. The other one that works with retail and packaged goods, same things. It gives us so much more real-time data about what people are doing everywhere in the world.
Of course, this comes against a backdrop of greater scrutiny, data privacy. How are you navigating all of that?
Listen, and when we talk about existential threat, one of those is privacy. I think it is important that one of the human values is that we have the right to be private. This is why we're doing a lot with cybersecurity to make sure that we're bringing in the data, looking at it in aggregate, but never looking at it from an individual basis. I think it's essential to get that right.
Will that be, I guess, in the way of AI advancing, you think?
Not at all. I think it just requires the responsible stewards of AI to think ahead and make sure that we take our responsibilities seriously to protect every human.
David, you became CEO less than a year ago against a backdrop of people saying that perhaps Nielsen isn't moving fast enough. What have you brought to the table? What changes have you made to ensure that it is moving and it is competitive?
Listen, I'm a big believer in velocity, and I would say velocity versus speed, because velocity is speed towards a direction. Where I think I've helped Nielsen, because it had a lot of great ideas, but it was trying to pursue them all at once. So really choosing that we would be one media truth and getting everything focused on that, and really choosing that we would focus on the CPG and retail industries have helped us a lot. So our products are moving much more quickly as a result. And secondly is redesigning the way we build our software. It's all public cloud-based now, it's reusable, and that allows us to work at the speed our clients need us to.
When we talk about AI, we have to talk about the US, we have to talk about China. Of course, there are perceptions out there that perhaps China is leading in this AI race. Given the US-China trade war, which is becoming or has become a tech war, how do you perceive that? How closely are you watching it? What are the implications?
Well, we enjoy a very good business in China, and of course a good business in the United States, and many of our clients work in both places, so we watch it quite carefully. And I have to say, I don't believe there's ever going to be a winner in a trade war. I also believe that the competitive battles of the future are about AI. They're about technology. And technology, of course, grows when you're sharing more, when you're building on each other. So I'm keen to see there be more collaboration and less war, because I don't think these battles are, in the long run, going to benefit the overall economy or the people.
Who's leading in the AI race?
Certainly there are some real technical advantages in China, in the way they're structured, have seen some real advances there. But I have to say the United States is also doing a lot, particularly between the public sector and the private sector working together. What's really going to matter is that we continue to have these machine learning models learn at a fast pace. And I think collaboration is the way both countries are going to go, are going to grow faster.
I'd like you to weigh in on the debate, on the conversation that Elon Musk and Jack Ma had recently. Of course, Elon saying that it is an existential threat. Jack Ma says, you know what, don't worry. Yes, computers are smart, but humans are smarter. Where do you sit in that conversation?
The machines are getting smarter every day. And the advantage of the machines are that they keep learning 24/7. They don't sleep, and they've got an ability to do new things. So at the moment, it's true that humans are much smarter than the machines, but machines are growing at a fast pace. I think it is important that there be controls in these systems. I do think it's important that we pay attention to cybersecurity. I think it's important that we're able to really be clear what is machine and what is human, because the imitation is getting quite strong. So I don't think it's a existential threat that can't be managed, but I'm a little bit more on the side of Elon that we really need to watch the power of these machines. And certainly everything I'm doing at Nielsen is making sure that we always maintain control of truth, and that we don't have machine-generated truth that's different than human.
Before we let you go, David, taking a look at your stocks, currently down 17%, 12% year to date versus the S&P, which is up 17% in that same time frame. What do you think needs to be done to regain investor confidence and perhaps do better?
So listen, I think before I arrived, there were a series of missteps and overpromises. Right now, I'm focused on investor confidence by setting clear expectations and then hitting or delivering them. I think as we build that confidence and people see that we do what we say we're going to do, that confidence will return. I've had a very good dialogue with a number of our key shareholders, and I'm patient. I think that a quick solution isn't the right answer. This is about the basics, but believe me, we're on them, and we're on them with velocity.